Hey guys, this is the Betamax Man, and what we have here today to work on, I've actually got two of these. The other one's sitting right over there, and see if we can show you the front. That way you'll know that there's two of them. So this is an SL-HF350. What is a 350? Well, this is essentially a SL-100 with hi-fi circuitry, because the SL-100 was a super beta, but it was a mono machine, and this one has hi-fi. So what they did is they took the SL-100 and added hi-fi stereo to it and put it out there for sale. Now, I'm just going by memory here, okay? So, I'm going by memory, and I might be 1 or 2 years off, but I believe this model came out in 1987. And again, I'm going by memory, so I'm not quite sure on that. But the more I look at it, the more I talk about this particular model, I'm remembering this being in 87. So, this is a nice machine. Now, this machine has two problems. One problem, it does not rewind. The second problem that I'm having is that the picture quality is absolutely terrible. So, we're going to pop in a tape and I'll show you just exactly what it's doing. We got the old tube TV hooked up today. As you can see, it does engage, hit play. So, picture is actually starting to clear up the warmer this machine gets. So you know what I'm thinking, right? If it warms up and it gets better, that's more than likely a capacitor issue. Now we could hit stop. Now if we hit rewind, it barely creeps along. Now that's weird because it wasn't rewinding a few minutes ago when I first tried it. See, now it shuts off. That's what it does in rewind, usually when you try to do a rewind. Well, it's starting to rewind now. Interesting. I want to demonstrate that it doesn't rewind on camera, and it seems to want to rewind barely. So now I'm starting to think that we might have a tape tensioner issue. Maybe the tape tension is a little too high and it's not allowing it to rewind, but it is not rewinding at all in picture search. It's starting to rewind now. When I want it to not rewind on camera, it won't do it. So it wants to shut off when I go into picture search with the rewind, so. I love this cartoon. Thing 1 and Thing 2. Sombrero. Yeah, great movie, right? Yeah, shuts down, so. Well, the picture quality is still poor, but it's improving just a little bit. So got the tracking. We'll take a look at this. We'll open the top and see, because it does now want to rewind. Not very well, but it is somewhat rewinding now. So I'm gonna actually take a look at the real table motor, and I want to see if there's maybe a tape tensioner problem with this. So we'll work on this just a little bit later. Yeah, here's a second one. This second one displays a lot brighter, and this one may just have a dirty filter. If the filter gets dirty, it'll make the clock look dim. But I'm thinking this one probably has less hours on it, so I'm actually thinking of making this one be one of my personal decks and maybe sell this one. But anyway, we're gonna take a look at this one. There we go. We'll go to line, and that'll stop that from making noise. Alright. Hear that? That's the servo. And now it doesn't want to play that one. But this one's got servo problems, and that's the only thing I can figure out about this one, is that this one in fact just has some servo issues. And is it in the servo, or is it maybe the drum motor got bad caps? But it does appear to be in the drum motor. So, trying to think of where the counter is on this. It'll fast forward, rewind. Somebody's been messing with the tape tension on these machines. I bought these off eBay, and the guy said that they both had loading issues. They don't have loading issues. They have other problems, but they don't have loading issues. So let's see here. What do I got here? Living Dead, that's beta 1. Now I can show you the servo. The capstan is fine, but the drum servo is not. It's pulsating, it's searching, it's not locking in. That servo is definitely not locking in. Now if we do, sometimes we can see fast forward if we, there we go. See, now we got color and picture search. but no color in fast forward picture search. But this is beta 1. This is the original beta 1. This is one of the beta 1 test tapes that I own, that I actually made off of my SL-7200. So we'll try this tape. Grandma got ran over by a reindeer. This is in beta 2. So, yeah, no picture and picture search at all. I don't know, let's go ahead and... We're getting a hint of color. See? But as for me and Grandpa, we believe. Yeah, that's been recorded in beta 2 super beta. It's super beta hi-fi. I actually recorded this on my SL-HF350s. So we know what's wrong with these two units, and we gotta fix them. And I think what I'm gonna do is probably work on this one first, because this one has the servo issues. And I want to be able to fix both of these. So both of these have got issues. This has got servo issues, and this one's got rewind and playback issues as far as picture quality is quite poor. So I do wish that this had a second door, but I have a door off of an SL-HF100. Or not an HF100, it's an SL100. The SL100 is, which is what these are, but they have hi-fi added to them. I've got an SL100 door, which I can put on, and at least it'll have a door and it'll look good. Even though it won't say the right model number on the door, I'll have to like black it out with like a Sharpie or something. I'll just black out the model number on the other door, and we'll just, that way it'll have a door and it'll be presentable. But the one that I keep, I'm gonna have the door on the one that I keep, and the one that I sell is gonna have the SL100 door. And I don't like these machines when they don't have the doors on them. They look so bad without the doors. So we got two of them that we're gonna fix, and that's gonna be coming up in the repair. So stay tuned, because we will look at these and we'll get these things fixed. I still gotta look at the problem with the SL-5000. It now has a couple issues. It now has a picture quality issue, and it will not rewind now. So we have to figure out what's going on there. That thing, just every time I turn around, there's some other problem I gotta worry about. Anyway, so I thought we'd take a look at these, and I'll show you what's wrong with them, and I think we'll be able to get both up and running. I think that somebody bought these and didn't know what they were doing. They bought them as a project, and they thought they could take two and make one good one, and probably just didn't know how to do that. Didn't know, and abandoned the projects and sold them on eBay. So we have got two machines that are going to be repairable. So I've taken the head motor off, and what I'm going to try doing is replace these 4 capacitors and see if we can get the motor to run at the right speed. I think this could be the reasoning for the problem in the change of speed and the drum not locking in. I'm just kind of wondering if it's this that's causing the issue and not the servo circuitry. Anyway, to get the capacitors off, we're going to have to take the 2 screws off so that we can pull the circuit board out. Another thing that happens is the Hall effect sensor starts to fail on these, and the Hall effect sensor, if it goes out, a lot of times the head will not turn, but it will wiggle back and forth in a jerking motion. It'll just rock back and forth, and that's an indication of the Hall effect sensor failing. We'll change the caps and we'll see what happens. See if we can get it to be restored. This is just an idea that I have, that because I do know that if these capacitors go bad, then the motor won't run at the right speed. So we'll change these caps. I do know if you change the caps, a lot of times that can fix problems with what we're seeing where the servo's not locking in. Well, it may not be the servo circuitry causing the problem. It may just be the capacitors on the circuit board that controls the Hall effect sensor. So the Hall effect sensor is this right here. Right above my thumbnail is where the Hall effect sensor is. So we got the 2 screws out. Now this will just simply lift off. Push it, if you pull it back, it should just, there we go. I didn't have to desolder anything, I just had to push back and get it so that, okay, well, I can actually get to the caps. So what I'm going to do is we'll put new caps in. So yeah, by simply, it's been so long since I've worked on taking a circuit board off of the motor. It's been a while since I've done that, so it's kind of like doing it for the first time almost, you know. So yes, we've changed out all 4 caps. We're gonna see if this makes a difference. Now, one of the things that's concerning me is the rubbing that's going on with the coils here, because I could see some evidence of the magnetic motor rubbing against the coils. So this may need to have 2 washers in order to keep that from happening. So I'll see what I gotta do to get this thing working. There's the old capacitors, these old caps. You can see, because the leads have been twisted to contour to the shape, which I've done the same thing with the new ones. Now, these 0.1 microfarads are low profile, but the 1 microfarad are not low profile. So I had to kind of do the best I could. So we're gonna put it back in the machine and let's just see if we might have any kind of change in the way that it behaves. It was not the servo circuitry. It was the motor causing the problem. I would say I have fixed the servo problem. So it is working, and just as I thought, that I was kind of had a hunch that those capacitors had failed, and it was causing the drum not to run at the right speed. Oh yeah, let's turn off my TV, mute that TV, so we can hear the other TV. Now, all those dropouts that you're seeing are in the tape itself. This tape is a Scotch tape and it's in very bad shape. This tape is in such bad condition. I'm surprised it's playing as well as it is. This tape has been chewed quite a few times, and what is it? Well, it's just a test tape. Basically, it's just my little test tape, but it's got Dr. Seuss, The Cat in the Hat, and it's got another Dr. Seuss movie, and I can't think of what it is right now at the time. It's, but it did not come with a cover. The cover that it came with was the wrong cover. And so I just threw the cover away and kept the tape as a test tape. So I am planning on buying the Cat in the Hat on beta again. But this is just basically a test tape. Now I do have, oh, it looks like Tigger has decided to make herself at home on the tools and all the equipment and paper towels and... Hey Tigger. Hi Tigger. Oh, there she goes. Tigger, Tigger. There you go, Tigger. Yeah, I love this kitten. I love this kitten so much. She's such a good kitten. She's a very curious animal. She's very playful, very curious about everything. She will get into just about anything and everything. She gets into the smallest little spaces, which is what cats do. Cats love to explore. They always say that curiosity killed the cat because they basically will go into places where they shouldn't go, and they like to go in there anyway, and you know, so I have to keep an eye on her, keep her out of trouble. But she loves to jump. She loves to just jump around, and that's why I call her Tigger, because she's constantly jumping and pouncing on something, and so I just thought that would be a good fit name for her, and have her have that name. There you go. Get it. Gotta get it. Get it, Tigger. There you go, Tigger. Tigger, Tigger. kicker. Anyway, I would say this is working pretty good. Yeah, this one will rewind. Let's see, counter, and let's see, reset the counter. This is a excellent machine. I've wanted one of these machines for quite some time. And there we go, we got the tracking. This particular tape, the tracking is dead on. Completely dead on. Literally, the tracking is in the middle, and it is tracking beautifully. This is why I don't like Scotch tapes, because Scotch tapes, they wear out prematurely. It doesn't take much for the tape to get crinkled. The tape is not as thick as other tapes. If you want a good high quality tape, you would want something like a Sony, a TDK, or a Maxell. Those are the three brands that I highly recommend. Anyway, there's more stuff that I want to... Yeah, so this is a lot better tape. This tape doesn't have the crap going across the screen. You know, the dropout. Well, this tape's in a lot better shape. And this is actually a test tape that I made. I recorded this off of Laserdisc and put it onto a beta cassette and made a test tape. You got the counter. So this one, you know, it does function now. So it was basically what I was thinking it was the idler, it was the the head drum motor. The head drum motor had bad capacitors, and it was causing it not to work right. So but the quality is very good, and it is working, and I don't see any issues at all. Just playing beautifully. She's got really good image quality, and they just couldn't ask her for a better working machine now. And you've got the VU meters that you can adjust for input. These meters will only adjust the incoming signal coming into the machine, and you want to keep them in the middle. You don't want to put them in the too high. You don't want to go over 7 or 8. If you go past number 7, usually you'll start having distortion. So me personally, I just keep them right in the middle, and that's where the factory intended them to be. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the repair on this SL-HF350. One of them anyway. We still got one more to take care of. And the other one we'll fix probably next weekend. We'll fix that one. But I hope you enjoyed watching this really cool video. And thank you for all of you guys' support on this channel. I really appreciate it. And I'm just over 800 subscribers. So I would love to be able to get 1,000 subscribers. That would be cool. But hey, maybe someday we'll make it. Anyway, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.